What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So as y'all know, we did end up getting the brand new BMW playlist, and with that also has 25 challenges. If you guys are wondering, getting this entire playlist done will get you the BMW 3.0 CSL, which I admit is a pretty decent car. You'll also get yourself some other things here like crew credits. You'll have an underglow, also an outfit, which is BMW. I wonder why. You'll then have yourself the M Stripes trophy. Then finally, the last reward, which is probably not shocking at this point as every single playlist has it, a legendary title. But without further ado though, let's jump right into all of these challenges. So starting off here, the first one, you will have to drive 6.2 miles above 124 miles per hour in free drive. And of course, it will have to be done in the BMW 3.0 CSL. Now, a lot of people might exactly be wondering, well, Block, where can I go to actually be above 124 miles an hour? Because you obviously have to do this for 6 miles. So there's a few different ways I would recommend doing this, guys. For one, you could spawn over to this event here, at least in this area, and follow this highway all along this way right here, guys, kind of like through the city of Honolulu. You obviously notice that the road's very open and stuff like that. It is then going to continue down this way all the way around. After that, you can then go straight if you want this way, or you can even go, that way if you want to the other highway. But I would recommend going straight up this road, kind of just following this all the way is exactly what I did. As you guys will see, this entire road is very open. I kind of followed this all the way to literally right here, which is actually the main location I would also recommend if you want. You can spawn over to the Donk event here and start right here, guys. Jump onto this main road and just follow this all the way, dude. Keep it in like 150 and just follow it for the mileage, or go super quick if you want. That is by far the easiest way to do this one. After that, though, we'll then have reach 124 miles per hour at the Hanauma racetrack. Luckily, guys, this is very easy to do. Some people might be like, oh no, can I actually do that? And legit, you could probably spawn in and hit 124 miles an hour in maybe like a minute. So what I would recommend doing, though, is spawning over to the racing event here, Racing DNA with the Ferrari logo. Jump onto the track, bro, and just legit fly down the track, dude. That's it. This one is very simple. Moving over to the next challenge, though, you'll have to drive from the Hanauma racetrack to the Gulch that's in Maui in less than 6 minutes. So for this, the best way I found to do it, guys, is spawn over to the Motorsports main playlist here. You can back into the racetrack if you want to, but I found legit just leaving from like right in this area, you should be fine to go from there. But then you will have to head over to the Gulch, which is located in Maui. So for this, you'll have to go over to like the bottom right part of the map, guys. It is going to be located right over here. Now, this is kind of hard to see. You guys will see the Gulch name there. What I would recommend doing for me that did work is I put the waypoint like right about there and kind of left from the main location. I got it right after I came out of the tunnel thing, so I would recommend doing it that way. And if you are wondering, 6 minutes is easily doable, but the biggest thing is make sure your car is a bit upgraded. Moving over to the next one, though, spend 10 minutes above 155 miles per hour in free drive. Now, guys, I'm going to be real here and say this challenge for me, though, in a way, kind of just feels like a time-consuming challenge. Now, the reason why I say that is obviously you have to drive a lot in order to get this done. Let me fix the waypoint thing here quick, but all you will have to do on this one, though, is again stay above 155 for 10 minutes. So a lot of players might be like, Blocked, where do I go? So a few recommendations I would do on this one. If you guys want to, again, spawn over to this area here, you could jump onto the highway and follow this all the way around. Now, what's cool about this highway is it obviously loops all the way around this way, guys. As you will see, I'm following this here, not trying to go too quick. But I would recommend just jumping onto the highway here because it really is the easiest way, heading all the way around that way. Obviously, I actually went the wrong way, bro. I went over the tunnel. But besides that, though, highway, that's the tunnel there, comes out over here because I just failed. Heading around this way, guys, if you want, you could do that loop again because you could jump right back onto the highway and keep your speed all the way around. It's basically a big loop. I think it takes like maybe 3 to 4, maybe even 5 or so minutes if you just cruise at like 160 if you want, because it's not based on how fast you can do it. It's the time limit, right? So if you were to do that, though, you could basically do a big circle heading around the big highway right there, coming this way right through Honolulu again. And then, of course, once you get over to the circle, go straight, and you guys will probably see where I am coming from with this. It's easily I would say it's probably the best way to do it, and most likely the most efficient. For the next challenge after that, though, you'll then have to drive from the Kilea, I think I said that right, pond, to the whatever word that is, point, in less than 3 minutes. Now, I gotta admit, guys, this one might end up confusing a few people, so obviously that's the point location there because I did put the waypoint on it before. But the pond location you are looking for is located right here, pretty much on like the beginning left part of Maui over here, so it's not too hard to find. Like if I zoom out, you guys will probably notice that it's right near the big central word there. But the big thing is, though, if you spawn to this event, if you did it, you will notice if you leave from this event, guys, I tested it. For some odd reason, it did not count. So I would recommend going over to the middle of the pond. That way the game's like, oh, so you're in the pond, bro. From there, guys, follow this waypoint all the way to the point, which is on this top part of the map here. You will easily make it in time if you are wondering. The CSL being upgraded really makes this pretty dang simple. And luckily, the route is also pretty dang easy on top of that. Moving over to the next challenge, though, spend 15 seconds straight doing a wheelie in free drive. This will obviously have to be done with the R1200 because you can't wheelie the 3.0, am I right? But a lot of players might be wondering exactly where you might be able to do this. And to be honest, dude, any open road will probably do. I mean, you could kind of spawn to any of them. Again, I don't know why, guys. I like this area. It works great. Spawn over to this event. You have the big open highway here. If you're wondering how to wheelie this bike to make it easier, I did end up putting it in third gear, kind of hitting my nitrous, bringing the analog stick up, getting that front wheel up, shifting into fourth, and kind of just cruising along at that speed. I feel like that's probably the best way to do it, and most likely the easiest way to do the 15 seconds. Unfortunately, there is no counter on this challenge, so it doesn't actually tell you. So I would basically wheelie until you get it. After that, guys, we have drive from the Hana Village to the Red Bull Playground in Maui while driving on asphalt without collision in free drive. So once again, the BMW 3.0, that is obviously the vehicle that is needed. Besides that, you will then have to head over to the Hana area, which is located kind of bottom right of the map. Now, I'm going to be real, guys, and say I don't think they should have put Hana Village on there because honestly, dude, it was confusing, for one, because there's no Hana Village on the map. So people like myself were probably like, okay, where's Hana Village at? It doesn't actually tell you. So what I would recommend doing, though, is spawning over to the Stalker, obviously part of like the Chase Squad, you know, Volume 2 update thingy, whatever you want to call it. Spawn there. This is what I did end up doing. I spawned right here with the BMW, guys. I put the waypoint on the playground, which is obviously right here. Kind of hard to miss this area if I'm right. You know what I'm saying? But you will have to go there without collision. So remember, you can't hit anything, guys, okay? Keep that in mind. Try not to crash into anything on your way there. If you hit anything like a pole or you hit like a rock or something like that, or you hit like a barely scrape a car, you will probably end up failing. So just follow this all the way up. Take your time with it. You can't cut and go off-road and stuff like that because nothing's telling you not to. But keep in mind, if you are off-road, though, getting a collision with some of these rocks, dude, might end up making you fail. So I would recommend just staying on the road, watching out for cars, following this all the way up, and you will get this one done. For the next one after that, though, we then have reached 186 miles per hour in the Red Bull Playground. So this will have to be done in the BMW Hybrid, guys. This is very easy to do. All you'll have to do is legit spawn over. If you want, you can head over to this, like, I guess, feet here, and literally just speed through this straightaway, dude. That's literally it. This one is super easy. Moving over to the next challenge, complete 3 different speed trap feats. Now, this will have to be done in the BMW R1200 GS again. And keep in mind, guys, it will have to be 3 different speed traps. You can't do the exact same one 3 times, just in case you are wondering. I would say some players might try that to see if it might be glitched or something. But fun fact, it is not. So the 3 speed traps I would recommend on this, I feel like, are the easiest ones I found. You could probably go to, honestly, way more of them if you want, but recommend heading over to this one here, guys, located in Honolulu. Very easy to do this one. It's only 100 miles an hour. You could spawn it like the Lambo thing, go down the road, turn around, and hit that with absolutely no issues. The second one I would recommend doing is located here in Honolulu again at the Mona Center. It's kind of right in the middle there. You guys probably can't miss this one, as most players probably go down this road. So spawn there, turn around, hit it, and that is basically it. The final one I did end up doing, though, now you could probably do this one if you want, but I found this one right here to be much easier. Once again, 105 miles per hour. You could spawn into this one right here, guys, and kind of, I guess you could say heading down the road this direction is what I would do. Head toward it, and you'll get this one done. Moving over to the next challenge after that, though, perform 25 near misses in free drive. Once again, the BMW 1200 GS, guys. For this, head over to your map, obviously, and you could kind of do this anywhere, not gonna lie. You can head into the Honolulu if you want, and kind of just drive by cars, find a road. For me, though, I did find right here, guys, spawn over to the 911 freeway. I feel like that's like the best way to do it. You will obviously notice you have the highway there. Jump there and go down this highway. You will easily get all of the near misses, probably in like 2 or 3 minutes, bro. It's super quick. This is the area I would recommend for this one. Moving over to the next one, we have use the clean driving modifier and win the event Germany, Porsche, in the Luxury Chronicle Europe. Obviously, it's in the Luxury Chronicle playlist. So for this, guys, you first want to head over to that playlist. One thing I did want to show you guys with this is heading over to this, head over to the events. We will have to find the Porsche one, which will be located here. Click on that. The reason why I want to show you guys this is I have had a lot of people asking me how to do this, so I figured I would show this just in case. So obviously, this is the event you will have to go to. Head over to that one, and you will have to add the clean driving modifier onto it, so head into the event here. To do this, guys, head over to the event settings, move this over to custom, head down to here, and move on clean driving. You then want to pick the car you will have to use on this, which will be the BMW. So let me find racing, would kind of help. Click on the BMW, jump into the race, and win. Also, quick tip, having this on the level 1 difficulty might be the fastest way to do it. Moving over to the next challenge though, empty your entire nitro gauge 3 times in the event M United by Performance. So for this, once again in the BMW, head over to the events because it is located in this playlist. Head down to the M United by Performance, which is located right here, guys. Jump into this event and pretty much empty your nitrous gauge 3 times. Now for this, it obviously has to be all the way up. If you want, a few things I did notice is add some of your perks into the legend thing like resourceful or the drifty one. Drift around back and forth, get that nitrous up faster, empty it, and then you'll be done with this one. Moving over to the next challenge though, drive for 2 minutes in first position in the event Act 3 Grand Touring in the Motorsports playlist. This also has to be done in the M Hybrid V8. So for this, guys, obviously head over to that event that is located in that playlist. So first, I kind of need to find that playlist. Actually, I know exactly where the event is, but where? There's the Motorsports playlist. Head over to the events. Act 3, guys, is located right here. Head into this event. The biggest thing I can recommend, though, is put the difficulty on level 1. Jump in front of the AI dude, and it's like a lap and a half, and you'll be done with this. Do not worry about the tire wear. None of that will luckily matter for this one. For the next one after that, though, we'll then have performed 20 overtake without collision in any event. So this will have to be done in the M Hybrid V8. A lot of people might be wondering, well, Block, what event should I do for this? Or like, what is the best event? To be honest, guys, I'm going to say you could pretty much go in any event of your liking to do this one. But the easiest way I found to do it, though, is head over to the Kiss Me Combi event located right here on your map. The reason why I recommend this, though, is head over to this event, put it on level 1. You will easily be able to pass all the AI fairly quick, probably before like the second corner over here. And remember, it has to be without collision. So you could pass them, and then you could obviously slow down and, get behind them again, pass them again. I would recommend passing as many as you can, maybe, 4, 5, 6 times, and restarting the event is the fastest way I found to do this. Moving over to the next challenge, though, win the event free Kihei in the Street Riders playlist. Now, keep in mind, this has to be done in the 1200 GS. Head over to the activities, though, and again, you have to head over to the Street Riders playlist. This event, though, will be all the way over here. Here's the event you guys will have to do. Jump in, make sure you're using the BMW bike, and that is pretty much it. Moving over to the next challenge, though, after that is win the event driving ultimate machines without touching off-road, once again in the M Hybrid. Now, I'm going to be real, guys. I feel like this challenge in itself will probably annoy people more than anything else, and that is simply down to the fact that that is the last event in the entire playlist, which is also around 10 minutes, and on top of that, you can't touch off-road at all. Now, I don't know, to be 100% real, if maybe you could touch the grass in like off-road areas a little bit. Is maybe it was something they did end up doing, like if you do end up touching a piece of the off-road on accident with like 1 or 2 tires, maybe that's okay. Is the run I did end up doing last night, I pretty much touched it with 2 of my tires on accident, and I still did end up completing the entire challenge, guys. I would probably guess that some players might end up going very slow and being kind of careful, which I can't blame you, because if you're, let's say, 9 minutes into the tire race and you're almost at the end and something happens and you hit a car, which, by the way, there is traffic. If you hit a car and fly off the road, guess what? You will have to fully restart. And if you're 10 minutes into this event, bro, and you mess up, that would be very tragic, guys. So for this, take your time. If you're kind of like nervous or, traffic gets in the way, like, don't be afraid to go fast on the highway sections of Maui and stuff like that, making sure your time is up there. But do be careful, dude, because I could definitely see this entire challenge annoying a lot of people. Oh, and one last thing, guys, I wanted to mention with this challenge. I know people might end up asking it. As you can pick 3 different vehicles in this race, you can pick the BMW Hybrid the entire time. That's what I did. Just drive this car the entire race is definitely the easiest way to do this. And I don't know, if you only drive it once, if the challenge would even work. Moving over to the next challenge after that, though, finish the event I8 Instant Classic in less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds in difficulty 4. So heading over to the events here, this is actually my favorite race in the entire playlist. Is located right here, guys. Simply head over to this one. So I will show this right now live just in case you might be wondering. Let me head over to my map, and where is this race at, brother? So it's located right here, the Instant Classic. I would say a lot of players are probably aware of where the events are, but head into this one, though. You will have to head over. This is Outrun the Clock. Make sure you guys have this on difficulty 4 right here, and then jump into it. Do not worry, because it's easily completable in the time that it does say. Moving over to the next one after that, though, win the event Speed War in the Red Bull Speed Clash playlist. Once again, guys, and your favorite bike ever, the R1200. So head over to this playlist here. So first you have to head over to the Speed Clash, which is, I think that's actually here for me. So head over to this one, and you will have to head over to that event, which is going to be located all the way on the bottom. Now, it's obviously saying that it's multi-category. When I did end up doing it, it allowed me just to ride this bike. So I'd probably say that's the best way. But jump in, guys, win this race, and you will be done. Unfortunately, though, this is a decently long event, and the R1200 is honestly kind of awful. Moving over to the next challenge after that, reach top 15 in a grand race. So I would say people might not end up being happy to see a grand race challenge in this, as a lot of players probably don't want to play Ramfest, am I right? Because that's honestly what it is. Getting top 15 in this could actually be fairly hard for a lot of players, guys, but I would recommend maybe keep playing a few, hopefully maybe get lucky in a few races. Honestly, I really don't know, dude. I did one race about 2 days ago when I was getting footage for the grand race to get this done, and I did manage to get this done my first grand race. I was so happy that way. I didn't have to do any more races, bro. I'm glad I got that done the first time. I also picked the wrong vehicles in it. I think I did end up getting 9th, so I was happy about that, but top 15, and you will get this one done. After that, though, we'll then have finished 3 summit activities. Once again, guys, the 3.0 CSL is the vehicle of choice on this. For this, you will have to do summit activities, though. So I'm guessing, if you are wondering, you could do races, because it says summit activities. It doesn't say summit skills or something. For this, guys, one thing I do want to recommend, though, is you do have to use a BMW in this. And sometimes summits do not have BMWs at all. So what I would recommend doing is heading over to whether that is the escape here, or you can also do the long jump. Those are the two I would recommend, because the CSL is the vehicle you have to run. So if a summit doesn't give you that option to use a racing BMW CSL, then you're obviously not going to be able to do it. What I did end up doing, though, is I jumped into the long jump, as this literally takes like 20 seconds per run and you will get it done. You have to run it 3 times and boom. Or you can also run the escape. It's kind of based on preference. Just make sure when you guys are looking at this challenge, though, that you can obviously do it if you do end up checking out this video later on. Moving over to the next challenge after that, though, register a BMW vehicle to the custom show. So simply head over to your activities tab here. Go up, guys, head over to the custom show and pretty much put any of your BMW vehicles in there. That is the way to do it. Keep in mind, though, similar to the other ones, if BMW is not an option, guys, you will not be able to get this challenge done, similar to like the other ones where players are like, yo, when can I put my Buick in the game? Well, it turns out you can't. So you pretty much have to wait. Make sure it's BMW focused, so you can at least put one of those in there in order to get this one done. Now, for the next challenge, though, guys, I do not have footage for this one, as I honestly did not even realize I got it done. It's reach Perf Max level with the vehicle, so obviously the racing BMW, and go for a drive. So all you will have to do on this, though, is make sure your vehicle is max leveled, go drive it, and you will get this one done. For the next 2 challenges after that, you can easily get both of these done at the exact same time with the exact same vehicle. So for the first one, you have to modify the stance of any BMW vehicle. After that, you will have to apply custom rims to any BMW vehicle. So simply, guys, add wheels to that said BMW car, then also stance the front and back. At least that's the way I did it, back out, and you'll get both of these challenges done. It's honestly pretty dang easy to do. Hopefully, though, it doesn't glitch out for some players. And now finally, guys, we are at the last challenge here in the entire thing, which is find all BMW Kidney Grill collectibles near BMW Legacy event tags. Now I'm going to be real here and say I was planning on doing a entire guide on all the locations of this, guys, but this is actually way easier than I thought. So all you will simply have to do is head over to every single event in the playlist. There will be a BMW grill next to every single event, so there's 7 of them. They're pretty dang close by most of the time. They might be kind of down the street maybe, but most of the time they are right next to it. Simply spawn over to every single event and you will easily grab every single grill. This is actually some of the easiest collectibles I have seen in a minute, which luckily doesn't require some weird tomfoolery of trying to find some stuff of, getting the location of it. Luckily, this is pretty easy, but overall, if you guys have any questions, do let me know in the comments below. I would admit most of the challenges in this entire playlist were pretty dang easy to do. Most of them, though, are going to be on the annoying side, but without a doubt in my mind, though, and also kind of time-consuming on top of it more than anything else.